Hey guys, Justin here. Welcome to a new episode and the first episode of my collection breakdown. I've had a lot of people been asking to see what's in my main collection aside from, what's in the box because that stuff's kind of hidden away. So, first off, I wanted to show one of the smaller collection parts of my collection, which is my Visionaries collection. Visionaries are awesome figures. They came out in 1987. They have the holograms on the chests and on the shields, and there was vehicles. So I'm going to kind of show you what I have here, give you a little bit of history behind it. I have 10 out of the 12 figures. I'm missing two figures, ones that came with vehicles. One of them's a little more expensive. Generally, he runs about anywhere from $70 to $80 complete. My figures aren't complete. I picked up a lot of them at yard sales, flea markets, as you guys know. So I kind of piece them together as I go along. You tend to find a lot of the weapons and stuff in G.I. Joe lots. So that's kind of cool since obviously I get a lot of G.I. Joe lots. So without further ado, welcome to my Visionaries collection.
It is a time when magic is more powerful than science, and only those who control the magic control destiny. They are the Visionaries.
Okay, guys, so here's my Visionaries collection. I say tiny, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm really only missing two figures out of the set. This was the 2017 exclusive set, which I will show you guys at the end. We'll start from basically the beginning and go from there. So there are 12 figures in the Visionaries line. I have 10 of them. So basically, as you can see here, some of them are complete, some of them have weapons, some of them don't. These guys are awesome. I had a couple as a kid. I didn't have them all. I do remember having Sindar when I was a kid, and I remember losing him at my grandmother's house and could never find him. So when I started getting back into toys again a couple years ago, I decided that I wanted to get Visionaries. I didn't want to pay what they were going for because, I'm cheap. I like finding stuff at the flea markets. It's the thrill of the hunt. Finding this stuff is just awesome. I love finding these guys. A lot of times you find them either like this, where it's just the figure and chest piece, no helmet, no weapon, no staff, or you find them without the chest piece. And then they, pretty cheap. Usually I'll pay like anywhere from $1 to $3 for it if it's got nothing to it, and then upgrade it as I go along. A lot of these they're just cool figures. They're about 4 inches tall. They came out in 1987 along with a cartoon and comic book, which pretty much everything did in the 80s because that's how you sold the toys. So in 1987 there was 13 episodes put out by Sunbow that also did like G.I. Joe and some other 80s cartoons, which was really cool. It only lasted the one season, so you only got the 12 figures. It was supposed to be a second series that was going to come out with more vehicles and more figures, and I think one of the females or two of the females were supposed to be in it, but the line never came around because the holograms, let's see if I can get this to work. Yeah. The holograms were just too expensive to produce. Now, a lot of these figures have gone up in price. Basically, most of them complete, you get anywhere, if you're lucky, on the lower end, like 25 to $30. Some of them complete, more expensive. Like Recon here with his helmet, and he has a sword. He comes with one of the big vehicles. I can't remember the name of it, but he complete can go for like $1.50. I was lucky and picked him up at the flea market. I think I paid like $5 or $10 for him, and he's only missing his sword. I'll keep an eye out for it. If I can get it for a good deal at some point, then I'll pick it up. I've been piecing these guys together as I go along. He's my newest acquisition that I got, and it's Kravix. He's complete. He has his shield, his staff, a little hard to get in camera, and then his weapon, which is like an axe. So, like I said, there was also 4 vehicles. I have one. It's missing most of its parts. It's supposed to have 2 wings and like a canopy that goes over the top. The vehicles, I don't know if I'll get into because they are rather expensive, especially the 2 big vehicles. I'm missing Farrell, which goes with one of the vehicles, and I'm missing Mordred, which goes with another one of the vehicles, but he's smaller, so I might get that vehicle because it's basically the bad guy's version of this, which was cool. And you know, I'm gonna keep saying these are cool. These are just awesome figures.
It is a time when those who control the magic control destiny. When spectral knights battle evil darkling lords. Visionaries, knights of the magical light. Visionaries, with magical powers they fight. Visionaries.
Dagger, fall forth! Quick! Warn the Spectral Knight! It's the Darkly Lord! Capture Chariot to the rescue!
Visionaries, knights of the magical light. Visionaries from Hasbro.
These are just awesome figures. If you want to get in the line at all, they're cheap enough. I mean, really, for, you know, there's only 12 figures in the line, and I mean, if you can find like these guys cheap, the next most expensive one is Farrell, which he came with one of the vehicles. He has a weapon, a helmet. He didn't have a staff. He generally, like I said, goes from like 70 to 80 bucks. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depends on when you catch him. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out for him in Mordred, and basically that's it. These guys all 1 year, 1987, done. I remember having some of them in like schools and kid, and you know, then you know, GI Joe basically took over, Transformers took over, and this hologram, just unfortunately because it was so expensive, didn't last long. So with that being said, let me show you this guy. So in 2017, Hasbro put out this box set at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know the original retail price. Nowadays, you can get them for, I think, anywhere from like 125 to 200 bucks. I got mine at Savers. Yeah, I don't know how. Somehow, one of these landed in Savers, and I paid 55 bucks for it. So, you know, it's got a little bit of damage in the box, but I don't really care. These guys can go for a lot individually. I originally bought my Leoric last year, and I think I paid 20 or 25 bucks for him. And then I found this set later on after. But this set's just really cool. Basically what it was is it was the Revolution, and they basically made it so all these different characters and lines were basically in the same Earth. So they were going to make this into like a movie series, TV series, and it kind of died out in like 2018. It's not like shelved completely, but they haven't really done anything with it in a while. There's comic books about all this and everything, but it's a really cool set. If you can get a hold of it, I would definitely highly suggest it, because as you can see, you have GI Joe, and then you have Rom, which Rom, I think these are the only figures out there for Rom. I could be wrong, but I know Rom can go for quite a bit when he's loose. You have the Action Man, and then you have Matt Tracker from Mask, which is really cool. Then you have Jetfire from Transformers. Good size figure. And then, like I said, the Leoric from Visionaries. I already said Roadblock. And then you have Micronauts. Micronauts are cool too. I thought about selling off this set when I originally picked it up, but I just like it too much, and kind of having it as a exclusive that they had at San Diego Comic-Con, and then they had a few that were sold like right away at HasCon when they had it. I unfortunately didn't get it there, but as you can see, I got mine while doing my thrifting. So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this new episode, and let me know what you think. I think I'm probably going to do my Battle Beast next, or my Voltron, but part of my Voltron, because I got a lot of Voltron. So I would love some feedback on this, guys. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me through this pandemic time. And as always, if you want to get in touch with me, Instagram or Facebook. And if you have any Visionary stuff, especially the two figures I need, Mordred or Feral, or if you have really kind of anything Visionary related. I know there's the comic books out there, there's like coloring books, there's all kinds of stuff. If you have any of it, definitely let me know. Hit me up, and I may be interested in trading, buying, something along that lines. So without me rambling anymore, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it as always. Peace.